Some of you OG Oh, that didn't work, did it? Some of you OG subscribers will be pleased to know we're going back to my roots. We have got a cheap military style truck. If you're happy about that, then let me know. If you're not happy I've gone back to my roots, that's not going to make a difference to this video. Go have a coffee or something. The reason I throw boxes sometimes is because when they get here in relatively good condition, I feel bad that they've not been treated the same as all the other stuff that generally comes from China to here that gets smashed to pieces. Let more people like playing models. So it says it's 1/12 scale. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna be 1/12. Looking at the size of this box, I think it's gonna be 1/14 to maybe 1/16 scale. I've not got it out of the box yet to have a look, so we shall see. So I've been too busy being stupid to tell you what it is. It's from RC and it is a Unimog. It comes in green and this khaki or sand colour. I ordered the sand colour because I think generally if you're going to do any mods and weathering, the sand colours are a little bit easier to do it to. So in the box you get a transmitter. These are cheap and nasty. I really don't like them. I had one of these on the little, was it A86 Toyota thing, little drift car that didn't drift. That's from RC as well. They are just crap. They don't feel nice, they're a bit glitchy, but... So at this point, my external microphone decided it had had enough for the day. I was basically saying that a couple of years ago, this would have been half the price it is now. It's just the way things are with money at the moment. Then we had a look, world's smallest screwdriver, some instructions I don't understand, all the molded parts for it, wing mirrors, door handles, etc, etc. Spare springs for your suspension, snorkel, heatsink for your motor, and some things that clip on just at the back behind the mud flaps. Charger, instructions, and some light lenses and some mirrors for your wing mirrors. So I believe the battery is in there. Wow, that's tight. 1200 milliamp hour lithium ion. It's got a charge and balance lead all incorporated into one. I'm not a fan of them because you have to really use the charger they give you and it takes a bit longer. I prefer them that I can put them on my actual charger. But anyway, right, before we have a look at it, I'm going to get all the bits and pieces on so we can see it all finished. Then we'll have a look over it, we'll have a look underneath and have a little talk about it. And then we're taking it for a run. Guys, this is a really nice little scale model. Well, scale RC model. We've not taken it for a run yet, but I reckon there's a few of you out there would just like to buy this and weather it and modify it, add some accessories and stuff to it. It looks really good. Tyres are kind of, if you're familiar with the WPLs, they're not quite as soft as like the kit ones, but they're softer than like the RTR ones used to be. I think that's probably a decent compound. Opening doors, they don't open super wide. Nice mirrors as well. I put a little dot of glue behind it, but it does actually just push fit, which is pretty good. There's your interior in there. Like I said, I'm not sure it's 1/12, but we'll find a driver that's going to fit in there. So as well as the doors opening, the sides and the back, ooh, fold down. Bit stiff, but look at that. Nice. So it's got leaf sprung suspension. Leaf sprung stuff on these cheap ones isn't always great. Back feels fine. The front, however, definitely needs work. Why is that? So it seems to move, kind of works okay on the corners, but straight down it's obviously, it's an axle mounted servo on there, so I'm presuming it's probably hitting on something, but not bad for straight out of the box. That definitely could be better. So nothing really new underneath. Only thing I don't like is I think it's a 260 motor. They're not great. Looks like it goes into quite a complex gearbox there. And you got your front output and then your rear output there. Bushings in there. And then there's your portal axles and bushings rather than bearings. I mean, bearings are good, but on something like this, it isn't going to be going crazy fast. The bushings, at least if they get wet, they're not going to seize. Nice to see a little bit of metal in there on them portals. I don't know what the actual gears inside the portals are like, but what I do know is there's a little issue inside there that was picked up by, if you go check out Edward RC's channel, I've seen that he's picked something up. I'll quickly take that diff cover off and show you. So your input, the pinion into the diff is brass, but the gear is like a steel or like some sort of alloy. So you've got a relatively hard metal and then you've got brass, which is soft. The problem Edward found after a few runs, this brass input starts wearing down because it's going up against that hard metal there. I'm going to put a little bit more grease in there just to reduce the amount of contact or friction on there, but it's certainly something to look out for. So if you want a bit more of an in-depth look at this, I would certainly recommend going to check out Edward's video, because what I'm going to do is put this back together and then we're going out for a run. Not a good start, guys. I was just testing it. I was just about to show you how steep it could climb. I noticed the front wheels were spinning and the rears weren't. Look. And the reason for that is there's no grub screw in there, and that's something else that Edward picked up on his video. They were push fit. The front seems fine, but clearly they need that grub screw. I'm going to see if I can get one to fit. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. Right, luckily I found one in my spares, and I think it's done the job. So now I'm not going to hold it too hard because I don't want it to strip it or anything, but now if I hold the rear wheels, yeah, there we go. I might try and find one and throw it in the front as well, just in case. So I've put grub screws in the front and rear diff. That is a bit of a pain, isn't it? It's almost a deal breaker really, but I did only have to use 2 tiny little grub screws, which cost pence. Just be wary of that. The tyres also don't come glued. I've just put a drop of glue on there. I need some new tyre glue because the glue I've got is rubbish, but I put a drop on there because I could see the wheel spinning a little bit just a minute ago. So anyway, you can select the 2 different speeds. It's not a mechanical gearbox, it's just electronic control of it. So that's low speed, press button A, and then high speed. Your lights are controlled by button C. Press it once, they come on. Press it again, you get flashing, and then switch them off. So steering's pretty quick actually. It's not a crazy angle, but it's pretty quick. It's got a relatively good low down modulation. It's a bit noisy and you can see it's a little bit jumpy, but that, for something like this straight out of the box, is actually pretty good. And then check this out. So you can see that is on 47.5 degrees. Look at that, 47.5 degrees. It's not the smoothest of things, but still. And there you go, it's got a drag brake as well. I'm relatively impressed with this. It is sliding on the tyres. Probably need a bit more traction, but and just in case you think I was fiddling it, look, still on 47 degrees. It also will do it in high gear. It'd probably do a little bit more than that, but what I don't want to do is roll it onto this concrete floor and break it before we take it for a run. So let's put the issues aside and let's see how it performs. So we'll keep it in low for a bit. It has got some nice modulation, but it's just a bit, you can sort of see it pulsing a bit. Certainly better than some I've tried anyway. So it's going to be a trail truck rather than a crawler, this. Especially with that leaf sprung suspension. Not going to get a crazy amount of flex with it. Well, it seems to be going alright. Not bad. You may be able to fit a 2-speed WPL box in this. I didn't really look at the chassis, but I can't imagine it'd be too much trouble. I'm going to switch it to the faster speed because I don't think that changes its ability. Sometimes when you switch something to a faster speed, it kind of loses some of its low down control, but this has still got some kind of low down control there. So that extra wheel speed might help. Oh, this is a bit deeper than I first thought. We'll get through, come on. There we go. Oh, no grip. Oh, there we go. Anyway, my verdict, I think it's all right. I can't remember how much it was. I'll stick it on the screen how much I paid for it. I think this is a nice scale rig. I'm sure some of you out there will do some amazing things with this. Some very talented people about.
Take me to the jungle, teach me tiger love, read to me a poem, sing to you a song, drunk in my devotion, together